because I have no doubt that a lot of your customers and your partners are just inundated with information that is not impossible, obviously, because you guys do it, but incredibly difficult for them to sift through as they're still trying to maintain the rest of their business.
Absolutely. And even, software, I think 60% of smaller fleets aren't even using any type of software right now. They're using Google Docs or spreadsheets, and they're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Welcome to Stream, a trucktractortrailer.com production. My name is Zach Miller. I'm your host, and I'm honored today to be joined by Tim Shank, who is the Director of Business Development for Fleet Group, Inc. Tim, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me, Zach.
Absolutely. So I love companies and organizations that really first of all, that help out others in the industry, which I know you guys are doing a Fleet Group, but also takes a more proactive approach to advancing the industry, which it seems like you guys are really focused in on over Fleet Group.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're a fleet maintenance consulting company. What that means is we can assist any entity or organization that owns their own assets, whether it's 1 or 5,000. The best way to explain what we do is give an example. Right now, we're working with a waste client where they acquired about 160 locations, and we're tapped to train all the employees and locations on their maintenance software. So that's basically what we do. We do a lot of software, a lot of policy and procedure, preventative maintenance programs, things of that nature.
Awesome. I mean, like, there's just I feel like that's such a necessary component, because I have no doubt that a lot of your customers and your partners are just inundated with information that is not impossible, obviously, because you guys do it, but incredibly difficult for them to sift through as they're still trying to maintain the rest of their business.
Absolutely. And even, software, I think 60% of smaller fleets aren't even using any type of software right now. They're using Google Docs or spreadsheets, and they're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Did they realize that before they contact you guys, or do you guys sort of give them that aha moment as you're talking with them?
Well, we do give them the aha moment. Actually, let me put it this way. Sometimes it's retroactive, where they contact us because they're having issues. They purchased this software. It's, they didn't realize that once they purchased it, they're going to have to implement it. So that's where they run into problems. So we come in and we get it implemented the right way. Normally, it would be good to have that done before you purchase the software, but it's kind of like telling them, you should do this, X, Y, and Z, but it rarely happens.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And I feel like not exactly in what you do, but here in New York City, on Long Island, and I'm sure there are parts in Jersey as well. You have these truck drivers that they don't want to pay for the commercial GPS. They just want to use, the free Google GPS. And what happens? They're going down roads they shouldn't be going down. They're smacking bridges that they shouldn't be smacking. I think that there's still that sort of mentality. And I get it. Look, every cent counts. It's trucking. We're talking small margins. I get it. But that is still a mentality that costs you so much more in the long run than if you just make reasonable investments in technology and technology partners to help walk you through it.
No, absolutely. And that's what we actually built a small fleet software. It's part of the platform, the Fleet Professional Network. So basically, it's a free service that any company, if they have 1 or more assets, they can use and kind of keep track of repair costs. So if they're leaving money on the table, it will show them that.
That is such a great tool. And the Fleet Professional Network, you're getting people coming from all across the country, small fleets joining in?
Even international, we have some people from Australia, the United Kingdom. Basically, it's a community for the trucking, transportation, and fleet maintenance industry. So we built online tools from our expertise, but we want to be able to get products and services right on the shop floor. And that's what we're doing. We have these fleet managers, parts rooms, members logging in to use our tools, and other companies can log in and use the trade show news feed and kind of get their product in front of everybody. So it's a pretty cool little venture we're doing right now.
That's incredible. How long have you been doing that? When did you guys start that?
We started probably really launching it mid-pandemic, so mid-2020. Now it's, we're really gaining some traction. So, we're focusing on it. We still have the other aspect, which is the consulting side. And that also can help out with anybody that's a member. We're in front of these huge companies, and we have the ear of people who make decisions, So that's another advantage to being a member of our network.
Was this in the works before the pandemic, or okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just kind of, brought it to the forefront because of what happened and giving people a way to get, exposure. We really, put some more effort into it.
Yeah, it's interesting, and that's something I noticed going back to the beginning and middle of the pandemic. Really, is there is a lot more collaboration amongst the industry than I had seen. Certainly, in my career in trucking, and we all understand that it makes sense. But I'm glad to see more people taking advantage of networks and organizations and associations. I think they're so crucial. I just don't imagine how a company, large or small, can succeed in this industry going at it alone.
I agree. 100%. I mean, even Alan from your company has been posting a lot of great content on the network, and I appreciate that. And it also helps exposure for, the trucks that you guys are pushing and moving. So, it's a win-win all around.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is a very open industry. I find people are very willing to help each other out. I think it has to do two sides, right? One is I think the people who are drawn into trucking are very friendly and open. And I also think when you're as integral to the American economy as we are, you have that desire to just kind of help out, because that if you don't, this could affect your neighbor, your local store, your neighborhood. It's one of the cool things about being so involved in the economy. It's just like we're not closing doors here. We're opening doors. We want people coming in. That's what we do.
No, I agree 100%. We kind of help keep the trucks rolling that keep America rolling. The mechanics, the maintenance side. So it's great. It's a whole huge living organism. With a lot of moving parts. That's for sure.
Exactly. I think it's actually when is it? It's the last week in September, or the second last week in September. Diesel Mechanic Appreciation Week. Or yeah, or something like that, which I think is I'm glad you guys do that and focus on it, because I think the driver component is obviously essential and it's discussed a lot, but the people who actually repair the vehicles and maintain the vehicles are just as essential as anything else. I mean,
exactly.
What about I do want to ask you quickly about the shortages that we're seeing, the chip shortages, the new vehicle shortages. Are you anticipating more and more fleets holding on to their current assets a little bit longer than they'd like because of that?
That's a good question. I've been fielding a lot of calls lately where companies are looking to get a sense of if their maintenance operation is running efficiently. We also offer a service, a maintenance audit. It's a week-long process where we actually go to your location, view what you do on your daily activities, and give you, recommendations at the end of the week. And you could put this in place. You could have Fleet Group do it. It doesn't matter. You own, that report. But that's what I'm seeing is people really are trying to get a handle on how their operations are running, so they're not leaving any money on the table. And especially, like you said, with the shortages out there, if they could not retire a vehicle, if they could keep it another year, that's what they're looking to do.
I love that. Tim, people want to get in touch with you. They want to join the Fleet Professional Network. How would they go about doing that?
Sure, just visit fleetgroup.com and it has all the information on there. You just sign up. It's a free basic membership. The only thing it costs is your time. You create content. It's kind of like social media with substance. We have products that people are coming in to use. So if you have a product that you want to get on the shop floor, what better way than to just put some information out there?
Awesome. Love it. Tim, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. If you guys, absolutely. If you guys like what you see, you want to see more trucking, maintenance, associations, management content, all that fun stuff, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to Stream, and we'll see you next time.